Stay close to people who feel like sunshine. This has been my goal for my life for about the last year and a half. This painting here you can find on iCanvas.com. I am in no way affiliated. I do not receive any money for that. It's kind of a popular quote, and I like this picture. So I chose it, and I just want to make sure that I give credit. But, anyways, yes, let's talk about what it looks like and what it means for me to create a life where I get to stay close to people who feel like sunshine. For anyone who's new here, my upbringing goes a little like this. I grew up with a narcissistic mom. My dad, who's amazing, was gone a lot because he was in the military. And then when I was old enough to go to college, I moved 6.5 to 7 hours away and got quickly seduced and recruited into a religious cult as a freshman on Hampton University's campus. And for about the next 13, 14 years, my life still did not really feel like my own. And a cult is basically just a large, organized, narcissistic system working together to keep its members under its control. So I went from my mom's narcissistic reign to the narcissistic reign of this religious organization where love was always communicated as like, love does not rejoice in evil. So if I see anything evil in you, anything that's not of God, I'm going to tell you about it and pick you apart. And if friends were not dedicated to even picking each other apart, discipling each other, then you were called sin buddies and would basically have a spotlight shown on you and a magnifying glass over you where everybody around you is just always analyzing if you're spending too much time together and if you guys are idolizing each other, God forbid, being best friends. Um, or truly serving the Lord. And so I just got really, really comfortable with feeling like I was never good enough and never measuring up. And there's always something inherently wrong with me because, sinful nature and a mom who will tell you like, well, I know you better than you know yourself. And in some ways that is true, right? Anybody who's a mom or someone who cares for someone else, you can see their blind spots, you can see their weaknesses, but it was not communicated and love. And I really, for a very, very long time, associated true friendship, true love, true connection, true family with people who would tell you the cold, hard truth. But the truth can be sweet. The truth can be healing. The truth can be gentle. You can say hard things in a soft way. That is true. And I decided that that's what I wanted for my life. When I started forming these really meaningful friendships with the other people who were in the book club with me while we were trying to figure out if we wanted to leave the cult or not, and if this was really a cult, I got to see what true friendship could look like, what it could look like for people to be different, think different, feel different, believe differently, and still love each other and support each other. For us to make decisions that weren't necessarily in line with what one of the others would do, but to still respect each other's process and not feel controlled, not feel judged, only guided, supported, and uplifted and cheered for. I was like, what is this? What is this? What real community can be like? Is this how real friends can treat each other? And I just really caught the notion like, well, while I'm leaving the only family I've really known, the cult, since I became an adult, my adult life, because they isolate you from your other family. Um, and while I'm, thinking of possibly leaving my marriage, which again, for anyone who's new here, I did that too. Like, can we just throw the whole baby out with the bathwater? This time, I know that's typically not good, but this time I was like, can we just get rid of all of it? I ended up leaving my job, like any place that was making me feel small, any place that was stressing me out beyond what was necessary, any place where I felt like people were not talking to me the way that I should be talked to. I was like, I don't want that. I want to be around people who feel like the sunshine. And now there may be people who will say, like, that's not real. That's not the real world. To that, I say, why not? Why not? Obviously, there are provisions that have to be made, plans that have to be considered, but why can't that be the goal? Why can't we keep searching for a workspace that's good enough? No, I know nowhere is going to be utopia, but like, why not search for a place that feels as good as possible? Why keep people around who make backhanded compliments, who say slick stuff, who you are always wondering what their motives are? Why can't you just be done? Just put space. Like the Homer Simpson gif, just fade into the bushes, or have a straight up talk, however you want to do it. But like, it's possible. And I know it's possible because I've been doing it. It's been a slow process, but it has been so worth it. And I'm so grateful because in my life now, I'm likable. In my old life, I carried these beliefs with me because they were always being said at me that I am selfish, that I am manipulative, that I'm dishonest, that I'm not a good friend because I'm tired and I can't show up everywhere all the time when people need me, that I'm wishy washy, that I don't follow through. That's how I felt about myself. Those were the messages I was receiving a lot in my old spaces, just to name a few. And just changing the people who are around me. And I'm not hiding from them. Some of these people I've been through real life stuff with. And I've been there for them and they've been there for me. But now, because I've changed my friend circle, I've changed my work environment, I've changed like the people that I like allowed to enter my space and my time, I believe that I'm funny. I believe that I'm kind. I believe I'm a good, supportive friend who goes above and beyond, that I'm empathetic. Um, I believe I'm electric and fun. I believe that people want to be around me and they want me at things, and that I deserve rest, and that I am understanding, and that I deserve understanding and support. My circle now often wants better and more and higher for me than I do. And that feels really good. And I like that now that I know what that feels like, it's very easy for me to recognize when something doesn't feel like that. Whereas before, when I was just surrounded just by all these things that did not feel like sunshine. It felt like maybe hailstorms. It was hard for me to trust my judgment when trying to welcome new people into my space because I couldn't tell the difference. I couldn't tell what was nice and what wasn't, and what was going to be a trick and what was going to rear its ugly head later. I never knew. And now I know when someone enters my space and I can feel like, ooh, that feels like sunshine. I think I want to stay here a while. I want more of that. Or if I feel like, what was that comment? I didn't like that. Or what was that look? I didn't love that. And I can choose if I want to continue to partake or if I want to distance myself, just be cordial, whatever. But I just want to say, if you were needing a sign to lean more into the life that you want, to weed out everything else and go find your sunshine, to leave things behind and go after new adventures, this is it. You deserve it. You deserve it. You get one go round at this life right now, this timeline, all these specific things. Make the best of it. You are in control. You have options. They might be challenging, they might take time, but you have options. Isn't that cool? That's so cool. You just have to get creative and make a plan, but you can do it. You can do it. And I hope you will. I hope you will. I hope that you will decide to spend more time and take more efforts to stay close to people who feel like sunshine. Let me know in the comments if there's anything that you're doing today to reach that goal.